Okay, so I'm just going to start off by his drug treatment plan, the DTAP, when he said he's going to implement these in prisons. Now, we can agree on that because I mentioned this in my contention 4 when of alternatives when we would use this to abolish when we abolish prisons, and it can fall on the outside because I mentioned it in my contention 4, or it simply will not work because prisons are set far out of city limits and out of connection with the city. So implementing a program to these prisons would not work because of the location of the prison. So, Judge, we can either perm this to agree with the outside, or it just simply will not work. Now, when he was talking about insane asylums, how the money we would use that we saved on the prisons would go towards insane asylums, where in my case, I said we use the money to invest in acts to prevent this from even happening. So this goes to the outside as well. Now, the main thing we need to look at in this debate is when he says that we're saving prisons as a last resort for mainly the rapists and the murderers. He gave 2 reasons as to why we would save prisons for this. So I'll address those, and I will address why these simply do not work. His first reason was to help deter people from prison, to help them not want to go back, when actually that is not a matter. It actually is kind of more inviting to prisoners. Prisoners are offered a way better life in prison, especially because criminals are either in poverty or are poor. So it offers free lodging, free food, free boarding, and is a far more easier option than living a real life or dealing with a real life outside of prison. A highly motivated prison mate could even make a promise to commit another offense when they get out of prison due to how good of a life they are living there. Now, the most important was when he says we're going to punish criminals, that it punishes criminals. Yeah, we are using prisons to punish these people, but the punishment is not working. People who come out of prisons are usually worse off, and the recidivism rate rises because these prisoners spend a lot of time with other criminals, so they can learn other ways to get away with crime. And about 60% of 405,000 prisoners released in 30 states in 2005 were arrested for a new crime within 3 years of their release from prison, and 77% were arrested within 5 years, according to the Report Bureau of Justice statistics released Tuesday. So rates rise when we're trying to make prisons to punish criminals. It's actually making them worse off and making them want to repeat these crimes. So this is why we need to abolish prisons. Either his plans that he mentioned are going to work for the AF side, or they're not going to work at all. So, Judge, do not let the opposition side make any new arguments against this, because it is his rebuttal speech and his voters. And we have no more time to discuss this. Thank you.